Today we're in the Primordial Cave. We've got a new infection to try out, so let's not waste time. We're going to dullify this whole place using the Terra Cube. Here we go. We're gonna use the mob battle egg to select it like that. All right, and it infects. Oh my god, look at the trees. Wait, they actually infect the branches. We're gonna see something new for once. Yeah, the cave will be filled with that too, but that's all right. That's fine. That's fine. Let's put on the night vision helmet. Okay, now it's working. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yes. Let's add more. It's working. So all we got to do now is infect this whole place into the dulling. So we'll be back once this whole place turns into dull or stone. Oh, I want to see the volcano first. Hold on. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, good time lapse. Guys, welcome back to Dulling Civilization, where we left a dulling inside the Primordial Cave and they built a giant city out of nothing. But no, seriously, this is the most efficient way I've ever infected the Alex Cave. It's insane how fast this new technique is working. Like, if we go here where there's no infection, if we go here and I just, let's say, right-click here. Look at how fast. Look at that. It's insane. Anyway, so like I predicted, they built a tower everywhere, so we barely recognize the landscape, unfortunately, but on the ceiling it kind of worked. They somehow did not turn the archaic vine into stone for some reason. All the plants, everything else is turned to dull stone, everything, but not that somehow. Okay, and before we leave the Primordial Cave, I want to go to an untouched volcano to summon the Luxtractosaurus and immediately turn it into stone. Okay, look at that. It's taking so much damage. Is it dead? Where's the health bar? What is going on? The health bar disappeared. Oh, when I'm in the dulling, the shading is so weird. Can I turn this lava lake into dull stone? Yes, I can. It's become the goo, the dull gel. Okay, what is that? Is that the sun? Is that a solar eclipse? I think it is. Oh, it's what? It like goes, Huh? Peekaboo. It's playing hide and seek behind this pillar. Anyway, let's move on to the magnetic caves. So let's just summon one Terra Cube, turning it into the dulling infection. Look at it go. It is working. Finally turning the Galena into something else. Stone to stone, dust to dust. So let's see what's going on when we turn this into all of the dulling infection. Alright, I think we've done enough. It is pretty hard to navigate in here with all the new pillars. But this was the magnetic cave. Also, there's a big structure that kind of spawned in the middle of nowhere with a spawner. Hopefully it doesn't do like the moss and just pops everywhere. Like, I think it's the only one that popped in this whole area, and it's the first time I've seen one. So they are pretty rare. Okay, well, I say that as there's another one here with a bit smaller. It is very hard to navigate. There is column, block, walls. Okay, another one. Never mind. They kind of spawn often, but I did speed up every single thing. Like, it's not the same speed as normally you would get. There's another one here. Another one. Never mind. Okay, they kind of spawn. But let's check on the surface. We haven't done that last time. And we have just a bunch of blocks scattered everywhere. Nothing's really happening on the surface because we haven't infected the surface, but if it would look something like that. The water is getting turned into gel. Okay, they are still making pillars up here. Yep, they are. Okay, hi. The skyscrapers are building. Anyway, oh, another one. There is another one. Anyway, let's move on to the Forlorn Hollow, and we are in a densely packed area with a bridge, buildings, shrines, poop piles. So let's drop our first terraformer right here on the shrine. And the first thing I notice, it's not that different from the biome. It's almost the same palette. A bit more yellow for the dull, and a bit more dull. Although this biome is pretty already brownish something. So let's infect this whole place and we'll see how it changes or don't. Anyway. Okay, so I know I infected the whole thing, and it's now all the dull infection, but I can still feel like I'm in the Fortune Hollow. And I don't know what's lagging the game. I think I spawned way too many of them. I spam clicked, but to be honest, this is one of the least laggy infection that I've seen. Normally, it is not laggy at all. All right, with a little bit of cleanup, the lag is gone, and we can appreciate the amount of water. Why is it flickering? There's something removing my night vision and putting it back. Yep, there we go. Look at that. There we go. Up, 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 up. I know there's one mob that can do that. Anyway, let's go see above. Oh, the above is not that far. There's some transformation here. Look at that. It's all transformed. There's a few pillar poking out of the water. What if we just do this now in here? It should, once they reach the bottom. Oh, here we go. Okay, we got some dull gel. What? Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, that's so trippy. Oh, and the game doesn't like that. Oh, no. Oh, the game doesn't like that. But once it's reached the top, it's gonna probably one more layer. Come on, here we go. That's it. Now it's going to turn it into dull gel. Or Godolgel. But anyway, that's all we had to see here. So it is time to move on to Toxic Cave. And it's actually hard to find a big cave in this biome with structures and acid and everything. This is the biggest I could find for this biome. So let's see how it does. And I wonder if it's gonna infect or transform the acid. So let's go to the cube. Oh yeah, it does. So any liquids becomes the dull gel. Or it's just already coated in. I don't know. So let's infect this area. It's working, everything's fine, and yeah, we're gonna blow it up after. So, let's infect that. Alright, this cave is now infected, transformed, and it's surprising how the dulling infection completely remove the feel from the toxic cave. If someone spawned here, there's no way they're telling themselves we are in the toxic cave. Nothing is left. No acid, no, nothing is left. Only the dull, the goop, the gel, or whatever it's called. And since these caves are not that big, I went and tried to infect up there, and it's doing pretty well. Of course, it's going to do a giant city of tower, but look at the difference. This is insane. Look at that. Alright, since we're done with infecting the place, let's blow it up with a nuclear bomb. There's a numberfill here. Let's place it right here. And here we go. There is still sirens. Is it gonna blow up the stone? Or is it too durable? And will this thing die? No, it's getting pushed. It didn't receive a single hit of damage. It is still taking damage from the radiations, just not the explosion. So let's move on to the one I'm not sure they're even going able to convert the whole ocean. The Abyssal Chasm. I'm not sure how to approach this one. Do I go from above? Do I go from below? We've seen that infecting from below will lag the game, so let's start here on this island. Let's summon the Terra Cube, turn it into Dull World, and let's spam the living Chris out of this. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's infect this place and see if the water will actually be replaced. It is replaced, right? I can't see anything underwater. No, wait. No, it doesn't. Okay, so there might be a little itsy teeny weeny problem. Everything is spawning underground. Why is there so many mobs underwater? What is even going on? Also, the Terra Cube are just spinning endlessly, falling down very slowly. What is going on? Oh, this is not a good biome to get infected. Let's do one shot underground and see how it's going to explode the game. Yep, that's what I thought. Oh no, things are looking dull. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, there we go. Oh my god, I think they use the water as a spawning platform, so they immediately all spawn in the water. I can't see. Look at that. Immediately respawn, 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 respawn. So I'm not gonna stay here any longer. This is a cursed place. Why is there so many beacon? Every time I kill one mob, the beacon stays here. Anyway, let's move on to the Candy Cavity. And we are right next to a Lico Witch Tower. So this is the first thing we're gonna do is infect this place. Let's summon the Terra Cube. Oh yeah, there we go. The area becomes gloom and not pinky anymore. The tower's becoming converted, and that is one heck of a type of a rock candy, because it's not a rock candy, it's just rock. Anyway, let's infect this. Alright, that should be enough. The whole biome, except a few blocks, is now dull. Completely dull. And if there's one thing I wish I could change is the amount of tower. It looks cool, after a while it becomes annoying. I wish I could still see a bit more of the original biome. I feel like most of it is lost because of the towers. I can barely recognize the biome. Like, there's a cake layer here, I can still see that, but there's no lollipop, candy, donut. Where are they? I don't know. Like, there's one here. We can see the cone on the ceiling popping out once in a while. Well, I can find one here. So I wish I could reduce that, but other than that, it was a really fun video to do. The infection is very fluid. For a creator mod, it is pretty satisfying to infect. This mod has so much more content. I'm not sure if I'm going to dive in all of it, but I suggest you go check yourself. And as always, you're awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Oh, there's a soda bottle with goop inside.